What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and as I do every Monday, my friends, today I'm going to take some time, go over some of the questions you've sent the channel over the last few days. You know, we had a few things happen in-game last week. We're going to talk about that, as well as a few of the things we can look forward to in the upcoming weeks as well. Now, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, and remember, we are currently having a giveaway for a PlayStation 5. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced on October 2nd of this year. So the first thing I'd like to go over today has to do with the remainder of the season. You know, we had this issue last week where a few events, the global event as well as the league, ended about 8 hours early than we anticipated. And because that happened, unfortunately, some players did not get to finish up any league progression they were working on. We had other players who didn't get to use the stars that they had saved up in the global event. They lost those. So what I'd like to do really quick is take a minute and go over the rest of our seasonal timeline. And as you can see, as of my recording this video, we have 9 hours and 53 minutes left for the season. Now for me, it is 7:07 a.m. on Monday, July 18th. So you want to make sure moving forward that you are paying attention to the in-game countdown in regards to when things end, because the game has made a few switches for the next events, so you want to make sure you plan accordingly. Now one thing I want to make sure I mention in regards to the final manhunt target is that you see a countdown there as well. However, you have the entire season to take out the final target. The reason the countdown is there has to do with the double XP multiplier. So what that means is when the event is active, for the first 15 shade levels you gain, you're going to get double XP. After that, it's turned off. But once the event is over, you can still go after the target, but you will not have the opportunity to earn that double XP. And for those of you wondering, the plan as of now is to end Season 9 on August 30th, but again, that may change. Definitely keep checking at the channel, or obviously with the divisions, social media, things like that. Now, the other great news we heard last week is the fact that we're actually going to be getting that new apparel event soon, as it's going to be starting either August 8th or August 9th. Now, I believe those dates are going to be dependent on where you are located in the world, and this is something I talked about in last Friday's video. I'll leave a link in the description down below, but I was referencing that for me, everything would always reset every Tuesday. So every Tuesday morning when I woke up, I knew that whatever the game was introducing with that maintenance for that week, it would be ready for me Tuesday morning. However, now with a few changes they've made, it's now happening on my end, at least the day before, at 5 p.m. Pacific on a Monday. So for instance, going back to the Xander League, typically on a Monday, I'd look at it and say, hey, you know what? I have until midnight tonight to finish this thing. Now I know I have until 5 p.m. Pacific today. So again, my friends, I cannot stress enough, watch your in-game timer. Moving on, my friends, I'd now like to talk about enemy scaling in the game, NPC difficulty, things like that. And over the last few weeks, I've been getting some messages from people asking if the NPCs have gotten harder because we now have the expertise system, which means obviously our characters are going to become more powerful. And the question was, is there some sort of an enemy scaling, issue going on right now? Now you can see here, and this is a part of a conversation between fellow content creator Identity. The guy is amazing. Make sure you check out his channel, and Morton Ryberg. Now, Identity was saying, the only thing, and I'm paraphrasing here, but the only explanation that makes sense is that there has been some enemy scaling in regards to the NPCs because of the expertise system. However, Ryberg responds by saying that they have not changed the difficulty in the game whatsoever. So regardless if you're expertise level 4 like I am, or even if you're at expertise level 20, the NPCs should be hitting exactly the same way. So that should not matter at all. Now, once again, the reason this has been brought up in conversation is a lot of people have been reaching out to the game saying, hey, you know what? I'm getting one tapped by red bars. What's going on? That's the only thing that made sense in regards to the expertise. But apparently, again, there have been no changes. And as always, this is where I rely on you, my YouTube family. Let me know what's going on in your gameplay. Do you see a difference in the aggression or the tankiness or whatever it is with the NPCs? For me, I haven't seen anything as yet. I'm only at expertise level either 4 or 5. So maybe as you get further along in the expertise system, you do notice something. I haven't gotten to that point, but if you have, please let me know in the comment section down below. I'll try to find out any answers I can. Last but not least, today I'd like to talk about PC crashing in the game, as unfortunately this still plagues a large portion of the community, and if you're someone who's dealing with that, you have my sincerest apologies. I mean, I hear from so many people on a daily basis who say that the game is truly unplayable because it crashes over and over. Now, one good thing we heard over the weekend in regards to PC PC crashes. There seems to be some sort of major fix in the works that should be launched around the time the Apparel event takes place. You can see here underneath the conversation of the Apparel event and the starting date, fellow content creator Lieutenant Buzz Lightyear asks, is the PC crash fix deploying at the same time? To which Morten Ryberg responds, yes, can't promise all will be gone, but the most prominent crash issue is fixed. And as I start to wrap this video up, we do have a new global event, we do have a new league that starts this week. We have a global event that begins next week, but it's going to be pretty slow until the beginning of August. However, the game has made it abundantly clear that August is going to be a very busy time. There's going to be a PTS for Title Update 16. There are going to be a lot of things going on. Now, one of the questions a lot of you have been asking is, what am I going to be working on during that time? And for me, I have some major catch-up to do in regards to this game. I'm only at expertise level 5, like I mentioned. I was sick with COVID for a while, so playing the game was causing headaches, all of these things. So now that I'm feeling better, I need to jump back in, get my expertise level up, so that way when we get, whatever's introduced into the game, I'm totally good to go. With all that being said, I'm going to start to wrap this up. However, as always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your amazing support of this channel and remind you, if you have questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know in the section down below and I will get back to you as quick as I can. On that note, I'm going to let the rest of the video play out. However, like I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Incoming hostiles detected.